The other thing I wanted to talk about here today was the buffs that came in patch 6.08. This actually happened yesterday. Obviously, today's Wednesday. But I didn't have a chance to talk about it yesterday because yesterday was a full ass raid day. Full orange bird day. And now that orange bird is out of the way, we have a moment to talk about all of the changes that we got with patch 6.08. So let me pull this up here so we can look over everything. There has been quite a lot of hubbub about it. Some people are very happy. Some people are very sad. And other people are very mad about it. It's actually a huge problem that I've started to say mad and sad in real life. I can't stop it. Yeah. I think most people don't understand. Like they think that I'm just like slurring or something. Maybe they think I'm drunk. Anyway, so first of all, Paladin. Paladin is the main thing. Paladin got big buffs. Massive buffs. This Confiture combo, the combo that gives you all the big ass swords. Got major buffs. Like it's like 200 potency. I mean, you can see it all here. It's a lot. Now I've heard that from people's calculations, it's about 300, 250 DPS more than it was doing before. And now it's actually doing more damage than Warrior, but behind Gunbreaker from what I understand. So it is no longer dead last in terms of DPS. It is significantly better, and those swords are gonna hit a lot harder. So I think Paladin mains are starting to feel like maybe they do represent the guy on the cover of the box for Endwalker. Like they are the poster boy for the expansion. So that's really, everybody seems really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. The Warrior also got buffed. Warrior got a buff to Tomahawk for 50 potency. Why? This has been a meme. Like, why? What is this? If you don't know, if you don't play Warrior, Tomahawk is just your crappy ranged ability that you use from far away when you're like not able to hit the boss. So I don't really know why they would do that. I actually saw this on Reddit. Hold on. This is so stupid. Saw this on Reddit. It's just stupid. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. I feel like Yoshipi was like in a hurry talking to the job balance teams, and he's like, hey, can y'all do some tuning on Warrior? Can y'all do some tuning on Warrior? And they're like, okay. And then Yoshipi walks away, and they're like, what can we do that he won't, like, no one will notice? But it's not gonna be a nerf. Oh man, I know. The 50 potency on Tomahawk. So we did what he said. We did a little Warrior tuning. Meanwhile, Monk got buffs for some reason. Why? Wasn't Monk already like top DPS already? So I mean, sometimes I wonder if they make changes based on like average play, like what they're seeing from the average player base. Because I feel like Monk is fairly easy to screw up. So maybe it's just to like even out people making mistakes. I really don't know though. As for Dragoon, so Dragoon got actually some pretty good buffs. Dragoon got some pretty good buffs. I saw this one on Reddit too. Hold on a second. Saw this on Reddit earlier. 6.08 Dragoons. Be like. So people are clearly pretty happy with the buffs of Dragoon. Unfortunately, however, Dragoon got the Twizzler removed. I mean, it's good. It's better. Like, Dragon Sight is way less jank. It's way better to use. It's massive range. 30 yalm range is like gonna cover pretty much the whole arena in most circumstances. There's a lot of range on it. And party member no longer required to remain within 12 yalms. The channeling animation between the Dragoon and their target has been removed. So I don't know, that's kind of sad. It's a little sad, rather. Good riddance to the tether. Was it archaic? Yes. Was it annoying and jank? Yes. But it was special. Okay. Couldn't do the animation past 12 yalms. Oh, really? Well, if you missed the animation, don't fret, because I believe that there are modders that have restored it. There's a mod. There is a mod. I saw a picture that restores the visual effect. I don't know if I should show it. What I'll do is this. So I've just heard a rumor that if you missed that visual effect, there's modders that will have this visual effect be all over the arena. Yeah, with a 30 yalm, you'll have a 30 yalm. Your tether's gonna be bigger than ever. So but wait, that's illegal. So I didn't tell you to do that. I just said it exists. I'm reporting news. So it's better, obviously, but it was just a funny niche thing. Some people feel like removing the tether is sort of dumbing it down. I think it's better. I think it's better personally, but I get it. I get the people that are sad. What else do we see here? Ninja got buffed. Ninja big buffs, but I haven't really heard anyone commenting on it. I guess like people expected it. Do people care about that? Where's the ninjas in the chat? This is the Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone. This is the official patch notes. This is the official patch notes. Not very good. I care. Okay, so there's 2 people in the chat that care. That's great. You say they all play Reapers? No. Sag Ninja main tech. You should be happy. Why are you sad? You should be happy. So I can say Sag, Mage, but what about happy? Can I say hap? Never mind. Okay, so Samurai got some buffs as well. Was very much needed. Got a little buffs there. Machinist and Dancer. So, I mean, the situation here is that Machinist got a little tuning. 550 to 570, you know, that's cute. But the Dancer buffs are enormous. Okay, Dancer got buffed by a lot. A lot. To the point that Machinist, in comparison, I think is starting to be a little behind. A little behind. So I've seen seen a fair bit of complaints about Machinist. From what I read, I think it's like all these buffs that Machinist got is like less than a 1% increase in overall DPS. I'm trying to be nice, Ace. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want people to panic. I mean, every job is viable, don't get me wrong, but Machinist, it doesn't have raid utility like Dancer has. So if Dancer's doing a buttload of damage and has the raid utility, I don't know. I feel like maybe we'll see more changes with the rework. It's such a copium to say that with 6.1. I'm like 6.1 maybe. There will be some rework. The thing is that Machinist is kind of in a weird spot because it's a ranged support So it's in a range support role. This role tends to do less damage than like a pure caster role or a melee role. And yet it's sort of a selfish DPS. It doesn't have the raid utility and buffs like Bard or Dancer brings. So it's in a really weird position. And I just don't know. It's still very good. Like, don't get me wrong. All the jobs are viable. Machinist is still extremely viable. It's not WoW, okay? But we're looking comparatively. We're looking comparatively where things stand now. So, moving on. Moving right along. Machinist should be like Black Mage, Samurai Monk. Yeah, it really should. It really should, but it's in this range support role. Which I don't know if that impacts the sort of decision making they make for potency changes or what, but anyway, Black Mage got some pretty significant buffs here. It's here it doesn't look like a lot. It's like 10 potency over a couple of different skills, but for Black Mage this is a ton of extra damage because of the benefit that you get from Astral Fire. So this is a pretty big, significant buff for Black Mage. I'm sure Black Mages are extremely happy right now. And Black Mage should, in my, like, I don't think it's just in my opinion, in pretty much anyone's opinion, Black Mage should be sitting at the top because it's harder to play than Red Mage and Summoner, harder to play well. And so I think you should have a significant payoff for that. Also, you're not really bringing the utility. Your damage is your utility. So Summoner also got some buffs. Summoner also got some buffs, but I think now with these buffs, it's sitting around the same as Red Mage damage. I think Summoner is now around the same tier as Red Mage damage. And some people are kind of upset about that because Summoner is so ridiculously easy to play now. It's so streamlined and simplified that it's like a lot easier to play than Red Mage. So people are like, well, there should be like, the common sense thinking on it is like the harder a job is to play, more output you should get from it. But I don't think that's really their logic in making these decisions. Red Mage has a lot of utility it brings to the party. So, I don't know. I mean, the question now people are asking themselves is like, why bring a Red Mage over a Summoner if you can mess up more easily on a Red Mage than on Summoner? Red Mage has way more utility. True, true. Battle Rush. You would still take Red Mage over Summoner for utility. Red Mage is also extremely easy to play. I don't know. I think Red Mage is harder to play in a Savage environment. Yeah. Screws with the DPS. So, moving on. That is it, actually. And I'm a little surprised by that. I'm a little surprised by that. Because there are some jobs that are painfully missing from this list of changes and adjustments. Namely, Dark Knight. The Dark Knight community is quite pissed right now because, and I'm not trying to speak for every single Dark Knight, but there is some discontent in the Dark Knight community because of the survivability issues that Dark Knight seems to be facing. The damage is quite good for Dark Knight, but they're just feeling a bit squishy right now. But I feel like the issues that Dark Knight is facing are not going to be resolved until 6.1. Excuse me. And so they're just a little vulnerable. I think Living Dead needs a rework that a lot of people are hoping for in 6.1. Yeah, White Mage. I see all the White Mages in the chat that are like, what about White Mage? I think more than any job, White Mage might be suffering the most currently because of there's just so many different problems. There's the problems with the mana generation. There's the problem with the fact that using the lilies in a single target situation is actually a damage loss. The misery does not do enough damage to compensate for the time you lose not casting glare. Because I think misery potency is like 900, and 4 glares is 1240 potency. You're better off just spamming glare than using like your big exciting lily ability. And I feel like that's kind of sad, because spending lilies, using your lilies should be really exciting. You should be like wanting to nurture the blood lily. Like that's all part of the lore of the core theme of the job. But right now, I think I actually saw, let me see if I can find it. Okay, it doesn't matter. The point is that I think right now for your healing lilies, you want to use those only if you don't have an OGCD already to cover the healing that's done. And I think previously the lilies had been designed for mobility, but now that glare is on such a short cast time, it doesn't take very long to cast glare. You have swift cast, you have slide casting. Movement is not really an issue for you anymore. So the lilies are kind of your lowest priority at the moment. And I feel like they need to buff misery. I was really expecting a misery buff here, but it's not here. It just keeps scrolling. Where's the white mage section? It's not here. So I think there's white mages that are rightfully kind of frustrated with the state of the job right now. Maybe another S-size charge could help with the mana generation. Maybe a rework to thin air. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of Heaven's Ward, with warrior being super OP, with white mage being like what it is. White mage is glare wizard now. I mean, white mage was always glare wizard, but you want to be motivated and you want to be encouraged to use your lilies and use your misery. I expected very little with this patch. It's basically a band-aid patch. True, 6.1 will most definitely address a lot of the more major concerns. I mean, I agree. I do think that, but I also, like, every time I say, oh, well, this is gonna be changed, I'm sure they're gonna rework that in 6.1. It is like turbo copium. Because we don't know. We'll only know whenever we get the live letter. That's about, like, part 1 of the live letter. It's gonna be not the one that's happening at the end of February, one after that, I think. So basically just make misery do as much damage as 4 glares, I guess. 6.1 has the real changes, yeah. yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Fix Living Dead. Look, in 6.1, they're gonna fix Living Dead. They're gonna make misery do a buttload of damage. They're going to make a whole new category for range, physical range, that is only for machinists. And this new category is going to accommodate the new job that's going to come in 7.0. That's also going to be pure damage, physical range. Yeah. Oh, I saw this too. Oh man, I saw this too. Hold on. Look, the current state of MP economy of healers. Wait, I can explain. You're getting 2,600 MP per minute. I'm only at 2.1k MP. 2.1k, mine's only 2k. You guys are getting MP. Sorry, white mage. Sorry. Overall, thinking of all the changes, it kind of makes me want to play Summoner, because Summoner, I like the playstyle of it. I like how simple it is. As a streamer, I like a job that's simple enough that I can play it while I'm talking to you. And now that the damage is pretty good, it looks like I might be able to talk to y'all and play Summoner and still be doing all right. I have seen the 1-button macro on rotation on Summoner. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Actually, did y'all see it? So, literally, somebody did 1-button Summoner rotation. I mean, it's normal, but they macroed everything to 1 button. You can see them pressing just 1 button here. That's it for the whole fight. So, like,
Here, they're still just pressing that one button. Yeah. So you can put it, yeah. Here's the link if you're curious about it. Yeah, you can just go through the whole video and you'll notice, like I watched the whole video to see if he pressed another button, but no, it's just that one button. It's purple logs actually, yeah. Yeah, I think they did get purple logs on it. Alvin, yeah. There should be an illegal plugin. This can't be real, right? Yeah, exactly. That's the chat right now. Yeah, now I feel really confident encouraging people to play Summoner if they're new to the game. If you're brand new to the game, you're a new player, not only will you get Scholar automatically by leveling Summoner, but it's going to be very straightforward and easy for you to play. You'll be able to play extremely well. You'll be desired in groups. You'll have a res. So it's a very beginner-friendly job. And I personally do think that it is fun. I will meme on it relentlessly, but it's actually a lot of fun. So with these changes, with Summoner getting a buff, it makes me want to play it more. Other than that, it makes me want to play Dancer more. That Dancer is no longer suffering as it was. And Paladin, maybe I'll play Paladin more because Paladin was really suffering before this patch and it's no longer. It's doing a lot better now. It's doing respectable damage now, so that's great. They seem to evened out a lot of stuff, but like Al said, it was a band-aid patch, very tiny incremental patch, so can't expect a whole lot from it. All the real changes are coming in 6.1. Totally.